all year.
And that lets you save...
Who cares?
True Form Life.
Green look on.
Welcome to another edition of Exploring Mind and Body. I'm your host, True Form's Drew Taddia, fitness expert, and now author. We're talking all about our new book, Elevate Your Health. All that and so much more coming up on...
This is Exploring Mind and Body with True Form's Drew Taddia, fitness expert on 96.5 CKFM.
Together, Rick Kohut and Drew Taddia bring you the perfect team to inspire and educate you, bridging the gap between two worlds, presenting your very own holistic nutritionist and fitness expert. They'll show you how to get started the right way, giving you every advantage and offering every opportunity at lasting success in overall health. This book will inspire, educate, encourage, and offer the must-have tips and tools on how to live a healthy lifestyle. With core values and a mindset alike, these authors will show you the benefits of conscious eating, exercising and living healthier, but more importantly, the how in preventing disease. Instead of being another statistic in the growing number of ailing and ill in the 21st century human health crisis, they will show you that you have a choice. This book offers you an exciting path in obtaining optimum health. It paints a clear picture of the broken healthcare system as it exists today. It gives a fresh perspective with practical solutions to health. This book will change your beliefs and inspire you to desire to live healthier. Choose the health you've always dreamed of, for now and for always. You can live healthier. You can live happier. You can prevent disease and avoid the Band-Aid approach of Western medication. In this book, you'll see exactly how, in a step-by-step process that gives you a new path to elevate your health. We'd like to welcome you to the future. We'd like to welcome you to join the new health age of prevention. Your journey starts now. Rick and I just launched this brand new book, so I thought it best to read the preface for those wondering what it's about. We've been working on this book anywhere from 6 to 8 months, and I have a new respect for authors. The seclusion and delegated time for your thoughts focused on a given subject is something unexplainable, unless you've actually done it. Thousands of hours we put into this book, talking, meeting, writing, editing. And it seemed like it would never end. And now, finally, we have something to show for our efforts. We have an actual physical book, all formatted, edited, and put together, ready for the shelf. And I must say, it was all worth it. Although the book is not the only thing we accomplished here. Rick and I talk about health and nutrition all the time. We're both passionate about it. We both have the same values and beliefs, for the most part, when it comes to health. And most importantly, we both enjoy helping others and improving lives. We've met once a week for quite some time now, and I look forward to it each time. It's nice having a partner, someone to feed off of, someone to throw ideas around with, someone to come up with their own ideas and keep you on track. We ran into a little bump in the road. There's been a few. I was in a bad mood, we missed the deadline, and we were both disappointed. I decided to take the immature approach and pouted. Rick made a different decision, which straightened me out, and we continued on as usual. This is a prime example of partnership. I'm used to doing everything myself, so it was nice to have someone there helping me through it. We didn't set out to write a book. We actually started with ideas for athletes. Then we worked on an app for moms, which led us to our prize piece called Elevate Your Health. None of our other ideas are lost, but we thought starting out with a book was the best way to go about it. And I'm sure we're both happy we did. Through our meetings and discussions, we also started another business called True Health Matters. We took my True Form, Rick's Health Street, and formed True Health Matters. This is who we wrote the book under, along with our health and fitness show on YouTube, and 1,000 other ideas that will come into fruition when they're ready. It's funny how the show works, and the positive response we get from it. At times, I'm really surprised that people watch it. Rick and I are both laid back. We both get along really well. We don't believe in being conventional, and rarely take too many things seriously. We wanted a real show people could relate to. We wanted to have a real, honest conversation that we have all the time for people to listen to and watch. This is where the show formed, and what it is today is us in our true form. We joke, we laugh, we have a good time, but we talk about real information that's useful and that people wonder about all the time. We get questions like we discuss on the show on a daily basis, so it's really a great resource to have those answers recorded for others to watch and learn from. I'm not sure how to react when people say, I feel like I know you because of the True Health Matters show. When I think about it, it's a gratifying feeling because I know people are watching and appreciate our efforts of being real people that truly want to improve lives. With every ending comes a new beginning. With the completion of the book, that ends our mission to put our thoughts, discussions, and beliefs together to truly improve lives in a way that can be spread across the globe. With that ending, a new beginning is born for a combination of highly motivated individuals coming together for a better world.
True Form Life.
We all learn at a different level, in a different way. We mirror differently and understand differently. We're all unique individuals, so how could we learn the same way, at the same rate? It's important to understand how we learn so we can be efficient at whatever task we want to accomplish. At the same rate, we need to be able to keep our originality. We need to know it's okay to be ourselves and think outside the box. Our whole system is designed around being the same. It's difficult for us to be our real selves, our true form, if you will. We were taught phrases like, it's my way or the highway. If you don't like it, you can get out. That's the way it's going to be under my roof. Of course there's exceptions. I'm not talking about doing anything immoral or breaking the law. I'm talking about being ourselves and being let to be ourselves or even encouraged. In the school systems, we're taught to color between the lines. We're taught to keep quiet, head straight, and fall directly behind the next person. I understand there has to be some sort of order. We should learn how to follow instructions. But where's the time delegated to do whatever you want? Where's the time to draw, be, talk, and act however you want? How do we lose our imagination at such a young age these days? How come the people that want to do things their own way have a label? They aren't a good kid or a good person. They aren't labeled original or exciting. If you're a kid, you're a troublemaker. And if you're an adult, you're outspoken or an activist, both words that don't carry positive annotations. One of my favorite quotes from Steve Jobs is, "Those who see the world differently are those who change the world." Entrepreneurs have a gift. They solve problems, usually more efficiently, and find a way no one thought of before. Not only that, but they're not afraid to act on an idea. And believe me, not being afraid is a big obstacle. We have to deal with those same people that say stand in line, don't talk, and don't look around. There's many more bystanders than one teacher or one parent that'll say, that'll never work. People that refuse to conform do change the world, though, for the better. Although I don't agree with Phil Knight's morals, he made the shoe industry what it is, creating the first Nike shoe with a waffle maker. Do you think Bill Gates was thought of as a success when he dropped out of school and started doing his own thing? It's so apparent what original minds can do in this world. How come we don't embrace it? I'm sure it's getting much better, but for the most part, the curriculum is still the same. Kids that don't do it exactly the same are taught they're wrong and get a lower grade in class. Then they get a comment saying they need to work on their listening skills. What if Edison wasn't allowed to work on the light bulb because he kept failing? In reality, getting closer to his goal. What if the Wright brothers were banned from learning how to build a plane? Where would we be now? Have you noticed something in common with these great feats? They weren't taught at any institution. They weren't assisted by a community or large staff. For the large part, these were individuals that thought unlike anyone at the time. For the most part, of course. Copernicus was banished because he was the first person to say the earth moved around the sun. Could you imagine how far our science would be along if they didn't try to burn him and all of his works in proving him incorrect? Columbus proved the world wasn't flat, and so on. These are people that wouldn't believe the norm and proved it wrong. And even today in our society, those people that think outside the box aren't celebrated. Well, not until they're worth billions anyways. I didn't like high school much, or school at all growing up. I wasn't good at it. I couldn't tell you how much my mom spent on tutors because I wasn't smart. I couldn't learn, and I was treading on failing grades. I worked for hours, but it didn't matter. It wasn't until college before school made a difference. For the most part, I came and went when I liked. I studied on my own, took the classes I wanted, and flourished when I had a professor that didn't have a stranglehold on what I did when I did it. This is the first time I started to do well in school. Still, wasn't my favorite thing, but at least I didn't have to sit through any more tutoring sessions or teacher sessions talking about how I could work harder or get better grades. Now, don't get me wrong. I took pride in my grades in university. I worked hard. I was always in the library if I wasn't in the classroom or on the field. I wanted to do good for me and for those that thought and said college isn't for everyone. Once I finally graduated, that's when my learning really took off. I read books and watched videos and started to teach myself the best way to learn for me. I no longer picked up books that didn't relate to my life and only my classes. I read about what I wanted to learn, and what's most beneficial to me in the position in my life. Not that long ago, I took a class I needed for fitness instructing. I was out of school for a couple years and hadn't been directly taught by anyone else. I have to say, I did horribly. I've got to be one of the worst people at following directions. This was a huge learning experience for me. I knew what to do, but I had no idea what the person was talking about or how to do it the way they wanted it. I was always the last person to understand and follow through with instructions. This was a difficult pill for me to swallow and a big hit to my ego, as I feel I'm an educated person. It wasn't until days after I realized that I don't learn like others and that most of us learn at a different rate. If the same person had told me to figure this out on my own, I would have been done in no time. But that wasn't the case in the classroom setting. Nor is it the case for each one of my members and clients I teach on a daily basis. I have the privilege of running a kids workout class, and one of the kids always says to me, "Drew, can I do it the way I want to?" Of course is my answer every time. In fact, my favorite time during this class is at the end when all the kids pick their own exercises. You actually learn a thing or two, and the kids enjoy it because they get to come up with new ideas. What if we encourage growth? What if we encourage thinking outside the box and originality? What if we bred little entrepreneurs from the get-go? How much further would we be? How many more people can we positively affect in the world? What if we let everyone do it their way, as long as they get the same results, or a better one in a shorter amount of time? That's the world I dream of. No more labels of activists or being outspoken. Only people that want to learn and do it their way.
Exploring Mind and Body with True Form's Drew Taddia would not be possible without the help from the following sponsors: AG Foods in Didsbury, Shoppers Drug Mart, Health Street in the Cornerstone Shopping Center Olds, and the CLC Fitness Center. All of them uniting together for a healthier tomorrow. To find out more about True Form Life or to become a sponsor of the show, visit trueformlife.com.
So this weekend, Rick and I had our official book launch at Health Street, which was an absolute blast. We ordered a ton of books, made shakes and smoothies, we signed books, blew up balloons, blasted the music. Everyone really enjoyed themselves. To top all that off, we had a flash fitness mob. That's right, we danced and jumped, ran all around Health Street, because that's what we do. The idea came up late Friday night. I was thinking, after all the work we did, this is our official book launch. We've got to do something exciting. A flash mob came to mind. So I started emailing and texting to see who was interested. To my surprise, most members that were in town wanted to be a part of this. We had 10 to 15 members show up. We planned 3 p.m., yoga mats and workout gear, and that's exactly what happened. Right around that time, one by one, each member walked in the door and carefully placed their mats on the floor and waited till it began. The anticipation was more exciting than anything. I wanted it to be a surprise, so I didn't tell the Health Street staff or made any public announcements. To have this happen with no planning, spur-of-the-moment kind of deal is truly a testament to the kind of members we have. They made my day. Not so much the flash mob, but their support. I have this thing about invitations. I don't necessarily like inviting people in case they don't show up. Unfortunately, I take it as a form of rejection if they say no, when I know very well at times people want to be involved, but they have other obligations. Clearly my own issue to deal with, especially with the turnout we had. I don't suppose it's necessary to name each individual, and of course with limited time, I don't want to leave anyone out. But we really have one of the best groups I could imagine. In fact, that's the most common thing I heard this weekend from people that wasn't a member. What a great group you have. And we do. And I feel at some point, everybody wants to be a part of what we have and have been able to accomplish. Of course, my mom, who supported me with everything I've chosen to do. I still have members from 4 or 5 years ago that were the original True Form team and keep in contact with others. We still have someone that kept running their own fitness classes after I left years ago. We have a business owner that pretty much started True Form this time around, which I still work with. We have a couple members that come to just about every class we run and support us in so many other ways. I could go on. We have 6 to 12-month members, which is absolutely amazing in every way imaginable, and newer members that fit right in. What we do as a group is donate to charity. We run relays, watch documentaries on healthy living and healthy food, and prepare our own healthy snacks. We go bowling together, we do flash mobs as a team, and we're a confident, supportive group for each other. What we've done, the clearest way to put it, is create a movement. That's a powerful word, if it's true. And if it's not in our case, I don't know what a movement is. True Form has teamed up with several businesses. In fact, inspired at least 2 healthy food businesses to branch out on their own. True Form is bigger than Drew Taddia. In fact, I'm a very small part of it. Each one of the members brings something new to the table, whether it's events, food, or personality. And it's not the same when one of us isn't there. This is my appreciation or gratitude, but really a thank you to each one of my members that has come, gone, and those that are still with us, who positively influence my life and so many others. You are True Form.
True Form Life.
That's all we have for you this evening. As always, I'm your host, True Form's Drew Taddia, fitness expert in health and fitness for a better world. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Exploring Mind and Body with True Form's Drew Taddia, fitness expert. For more on True Form's Drew Taddia, visit trueformlife.com or call 403-510-49.